All right, let's talk about this news from the Post-Millennial. Breaking. Classified documents from Biden's time as VP discovered in his UPenn office. Whoa. Classified documents.
Wow.
We heard that Donald Trump had classified documents and the FBI raided his house. All right. Wow. I mean, the FBI is going to have to raid Joe Biden, right?
I do not believe for a second the FBI raided his house looking for classified documents. I think it was just a fishing expedition.
I agree for sure.
Yeah.
But they're not going to raid Joe Biden at all for any reason. So, you know.
Yeah, in his defense, he probably just forgot they were there. It's not his fault. But it's a vegetable.
No, but for real.
Yeah.
Like, he probably just forgot they were there.
Yeah.
Like, even if Trump had classified documents, it's probably just absent-minded. It's like we grabbed a box, we carried it out, we were moving out.
Yeah.
They turned it into a federal case. Chicago attorney has been assigned by U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland to review classified documents found at the Penn Biden Center for Diplomacy and Global Engagement in Washington, reports CBS News. It relates to about 10 documents from Biden's vice presidential office. Now, see, that's disqualifying as a public office, isn't it? Like,
that's at least so. Statistically speaking, it's been in his office at least 6 years, at least 6 or 7.
Probably
years.
longer.
Yeah, probably longer. Yeah.
He's the forgetful guy. I mean, it happens, right? You lose a paper there, and then, you press the red button, and holy cow, we have nuclear war. But that's a whole nother subject to get into. Another interesting fact about what we're seeing being reported today was that these documents were actually found a day before the midterm elections, and we're hearing about it right now. This, as the DOJ is also considering pressing charges against Donald Trump for, of course, having his classified documents. Donald Trump, by the way, just sent out a message to everyone on Truth Social saying, quote, "When is the FBI going to raid the many homes of Joe Biden, perhaps even the White House? Probably not anytime soon, since, of course, the FBI pretty much is working as the own private Stasi of the White House and essentially being very busy banning people, especially on social media, for their speech that they disagreed with. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't know what you guys think.
That'd be like a scene out of South Park if they raided the White House. Yeah.
They should. I mean, look.
Why not?
They shouldn't. I'll be honest. Going after Donald Trump was wrong.
Yeah,
rating him over is just total BS.
Yeah.
But if this is the standard that the Democrats and the FBI want to play by, then we expect Joe Biden to get raided. I mean, this is from when he was vice president. So that calls into question eligibility. If they want to play this game, that it's illegal to take classified documents like they did for Trump, and they wanted to argue that it disqualified him for running again. Remember this?
Right. Mm-hmm.
They were putting out those memes where they were like, Trump can't run for president now that he's been caught with these documents. Oh, this is an interesting thing about Joe Biden there, you're saying, huh?
Yeah, but that always kind of happens. I mean, if they didn't do anything for Hillary Clinton's private email server, they're not going to do anything here. I mean, it's pretty clear. It's pretty obvious. I mean, what else do you expect the FBI to do?
Yeah, it should be obvious to anybody with a brain that they treat conservatives, Republicans totally different than what they do to liberals. So obvious double standard. Nobody wants to point it out, especially on the left.
Well, yeah, but so what do you guys say to people like your friends and your family when they don't believe you? When you show them a story like this, like, here's the FBI raiding Trump's home.
Yeah.
Here's them saying nothing's going on with Joe Biden. Like, how do you?
Oh, I know better. I just don't even have that conversation.
Yeah,
because you're like during Christmas.
That's the best time to have those conversations.
Well, it was my father-in-law, and he brought up Trump. He said, "Man, that guy Trump, he's like Hitler." I was like, "What?" I was like, "He said, did you see what they did at the Capitol? It was crazy." I was like,
"Bruh."
But
how did you counter? How did that conversation go?
I was just nice about it because English is not his first language. My wife is from Jalisco, Mexico. He's a real nice guy. It's just that I think people don't understand that the typical American that's not into politics, when they turn on the news, they just believe it.
Yeah.
That guy is in a suit. He's a journalist. He's not going to lie to me. You know what I mean? So a lot of people fall for it. So I just told him, I said, he's not a bad guy. He might be an asshole, but he's not a bad guy. Yeah. He's not Hitler. I was like, do you know what Hitler did?
Yeah.
But this is a scary thing that I've been talking about all day. It's like we have to have conversations and try to bring regular people like that into understanding. Otherwise, we're going to see kids, they're growing up, and they're not hearing these ideas at all. Right. These kids are going to get older, and their only thing they're going to know is wokeness. There's not going to be an argument. Their whole worldview is built upon one idea because the other conversation is not happening.
Yeah, but so many people in this country is out of tune with politics. They don't vote.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, they just see a glimpse here and there. Like, how many people actually voted in this past election?
I actually
compared to
voted-
the population in the country.
It's what was it, like 58% or 60%? It was actually pretty high relatively. Like
Right.
more and more people are getting politically active, which is a good thing, I think.
Which is great, but it's like 40% of this country is they're just tuned out. They don't.
Yeah, I
care.
know. During this last election, during when Biden won the presidency, he had some counties that actually was pretty high. They said like 100% of the people turned out to vote.
Some places more than 100.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
actually.
crazy. That's amazing.
They were saying, I guess, that because of COVID, people moved, and that caused a shock to the system where, like, more than 100% of registered voters ended up turning out. But I'm not, it's funny.
Well, that Joe Biden, man,
that's what happened. Like,
Joe Biden's a superstar, man.
Yeah.
81 million votes, and he didn't even campaign.
he was in the basement the whole time.
Yeah.
He wasn't showing up.
That's
Man,
amazing.
I don't think we can beat him in the next election.
Yeah.
Well, no, but here's
How can you?
Here's the thing about that. We were talking about this before the show about like revenue, viewership, and everything in 2020 was really high. The pandemic made everything very, very weird. So I think one of Biden's biggest advantages was he didn't need to campaign because it was a culture war, and they forced everybody into it. They took away your movies. You couldn't go to movies. You couldn't go to sporting events. You couldn't even leave your house. And then they told you it was Donald Trump's fault. Then they handed you a mail-in ballot.
Right.
There you go.
So being in the basement was relatable to a lot of people.
Right.
Saying like, hey, he's staying there. I'm doing that too. This is my guy right here.
I think Hunter helped him a lot too. He's famous. Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
A lot of photos, a lot of videos of that guy. He's a great Scimitar Verite artist.
Dude.
And
That's what started a YouTube channel.
might as well personal
Hunter Biden's
vlogging.
vlogging,
Yeah.
No. Hey. Dude,
Hunter Biden is the epitome of freedom.
Hey, that's not that's true.
Yeah, I agree. Like, he what was like his girlfriend or his wife threw a gun in a garbage can and he'd get in trouble?
Yeah.
Like, wow. Like,
Who
rules
can-
are
who
right
can
there.
have drugs?
right
Who
near
can-
school.
Yeah, who can have drugs and a gun and nothing happens to you? You
can't be black.
That's what I call freedom.
That's the American dream that the Constitution should be based on.
That's what you call white privilege.
Right from
There you go.
But
If it existed.
yo, I got to be honest. I kind of would love to watch a Hunter Biden YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Him vlogging every day.
He'd have 1 million subscribers in a week.
In
Easy.
a week.
Yeah.
He's at a club, his shirt's off, and he's just like shaking. He's got white powder crusted to his face. People are going to be like, this is awesome.
Like, try to do something now, punk. Try to arrest me now.
It's like how he goes legitimate is that he creates a YouTube channel around his antics and then doesn't need to take corrupt money from foreign businesses or anything like that.
Right. Man.
You know,
Don't
but
give him any ideas, man.
I mean, no, but I'd love
I
to
would
see
watch it.
Yeah.
I would
seriously.
subscribe.
Yeah,
Yeah, click the
hands
notification button.
I
Easy.
actually write out his whole show for him.
I mean, look, Hunter Biden doing YouTube videos means he's not doing corrupt business deals. I'll take
Right,
it.
right.
And we'll have a good time. We'll laugh.
What's his
You know, he'll do a little
educational
crack.
background? I know he got kicked out of the military for drugs, I think. I'm not sure what his education background is. He's had some very significant jobs that people would die for.
Yeah, like he was on a board member of Burisma, an energy company in Ukraine. Doesn't even speak the language. Yeah, it's amazing.
How does that work?
That's like me going to Mexico. I don't speak any Spanish, and I'm on the board of an energy company. Don't speak a lick of Spanish.
A black guy.
But like, actually think about it. They're going to be sitting there in a meeting, and they're all going to be speaking Spanish, and you're going to be like, okay. Like, it's that.
I was like, see. See.
And then your dad shows up and demands the president fire a prosecutor who's investigating your company.
It's on tape.
They're bragging about it.
You know what's crazy? They've been investigating Trump ever since, even before he became president. They've been investigating that man every day of the year for like the last 5-6 years. Can we just investigate Biden for one day? Just one day. Spend like $50.
I think they're talking about doing something. Not gonna necessarily trust McCarthy and the rest of the Republicans, but they're talking about. I think Jim Jordan's heading up a committee on the weaponization of government.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fingers crossed. I don't know how much.
Which is a
confidence I
real
have.
thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, the one thing we talk about all the time is that a bunch of pro-lifers got arrested by the feds for being at abortion clinics, but the protesters who show up to Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett's house, no problem. Even though it's like, well, come on, like there's nope.
Yeah.
It's just it's completely lopsided. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. It is.
It's, our government is like so corrupt. It's like, it's not even.
Yeah, I used to thought our country was like. I mean, our country is better than most. I think it's the best country. We travel all over the world, Australia, London. I mean, we got so many more opportunities. I mean, like when we went to Australia, London, they're talking about U.S. politics 24/7.
Yeah.
That's weird.
They're talking about Trump in Australia.
That's weird.
Yeah. And we went to Canada, man. The lady we had a comedy show.
She was Trump
from
out.
head to toe.
Yeah.
It's like everything in the world revolves around the United States of America.
Yeah. A lot of people want to be here too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you had to check out the southern border?
That's right. Everybody.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about that is you get people coming from Africa. They'll fly from Africa to Brazil and then take trains and convoys up to the United States border.
Yeah.
And then you get the
crazy.
left acting like it's, just refugees. I'm like, bro, they had like $6,000 to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's a lot of
migrant.
money.
Yeah.
That's the crazy
Somebody's
thing.
financing that. I don't.
How did some dude who lives in Western Africa
Yeah.
save up $3,000 per person
Yeah.
to fly to Brazil,
Yeah.
then take this trip up and pay the smugglers and the traffickers? It's
It's a
crazy.
system. It's a system set up.
Yeah.
They're sure as hell not walking 3,000 miles like they make it out to be. No, they're not walking 3,000.
They ride on top of trains and stuff and in cars.
That's like walking from here. That's like walking from Virginia to California. That's 2,000 miles.
Yeah.
They saying they walking 3,000 miles.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Ian, you got
Vote
your
Republican.
solutions?
Republican.
Meditate. That helps me.
Yeah.
It helps you kind of like be okay with it, I guess. You know what I mean? Like you.
Yeah, but also when the rubber hits the road, if the wheels are spinning too fast, you get no traction. So it's good to kind of reorient and realize that life is actually pretty good, regardless of the chaos.
Yeah.
that's
Right.
Going on
Yeah, we
outside.
still have it good in this country.
It's still the best country in the world, in my
We
opinion.
could be doing so much better, though. But
Yeah.
Well, that's
beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.